Welcome to FedScoop TV. I'm Billy Mitchell, your host. Today we're at the Digital Nation Summit sponsored by SAP, and today we're here with Laura Grant, the head of digital innovation for the public sector at SAP. Laura, how are you doing today?
I'm great. I'm excited for the day. It's going to be an amazing day with outstanding speakers.
It will be. It will be. And today I wanted to get a little bit of your perspective, kind of on the side of the conference, to talk a little bit about digital innovation in the federal government. And to start off with, how would you kind of measure the success of late within the federal government in its push to become more digital? Would you consider it a success story? Is progress being made?
Absolutely. I would say that we're in the early stages of innovating in the government. I'm seeing a lot of positive activity across every single agency. We're seeing digital offices being created, innovation roles being created, and these are the catalysts to do innovation across the agencies. These offices are working with the commercial side, with the implementers and the systems integrators. They're working with the software providers, but they're also working within the government. Offices like U.S. Digital Services, DIUX are really catalysts and really teaching these offices how to think differently. Mm-hmm. And that mindset is shifting throughout the agencies, which is, for me, very exciting because they're starting to understand that's the first step before we can really make true impact across the agencies. And at the end of the day, it's going to impact the citizens.
Sure. You mentioned some specific and key initiatives, the USDS, DIUX within the government. Are there any specific anecdotes of projects that you see as really big success stories right now?
So I think where we're seeing success is on the user experience. Yeah. So with portals and internally within the agencies as well, as they're doing their rethinking the business processes and re-implementing kind of user experiences on those internal applications. Yeah. When you redo your user experience for your employees, you become more productive. Yeah. We're seeing that as a catalyst to rethink the process. We're going from 17 steps in a business process down to 2 and 3, right? So you're more productive. You're not entering the same information over and over again. Yeah. And so that's, I think a huge success. That's starting to really take off in either older systems or they're upgrading to more modern, simpler user experiences in the UI internally.
What about on the tech side? There's plenty of emerging technologies. We hear about new ones every day that are helping things like the UX advance and the digital services become more prevalent in helping agencies serve in their mission. So are there any that you'd point to as really beneficial in this move?
Absolutely. I think with cloud obviously being the topic of the town right now, that's enabled this agile development. So you can spin up systems very, very quickly and try things out. You can experiment. You can prototype. And that's enabling the government to try things and teaching them it's okay to fail, right? You can fail early in the development cycle and not wait till you get all the way into a production cycle to realize this isn't going to meet the mission. Yep. This isn't what we needed. So that's enabling that. There's other agile platforms as well, whether you implement them on premise or in the cloud or a hybrid. Those agile platforms that allow you to bring data together from multiple sources, places that you never would have merged data together from, is giving them new insight to actually see things differently, relook at programs, relook at the mission. Is this program impacting the mission it was set out to impact? Mm-hmm. How do we redo that? How do we look at the data in a different way? And we're seeing that in several customers really, really change and enable that innovation.
Sure. And finally, as we continue to move along this path towards a more digital government, what big challenges do you see kind of standing as roadblocks for agencies?
The biggest challenge is the culture. Mm-hmm. I mean, it really is by nature. The culture of government and government workers, they're risk-averse people in general. And there's a lot at risk. It's the taxpayers' dollars at risk. There's the threat to go in front of Congress. So they're very, very risk-averse. And changing that culture is a big undertaking. But I think what we're seeing is is those pockets that are learning that you want to find those small pockets where you can take risks and where it's safe, and you're going to have air cover so that you can take those small wins and learn. So that is the biggest challenge, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But we have to chip away at it. So.
Sure. Well, Laura, that's all I have for you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's been great.
All right.
I'm Billy Mitchell of FedScoop TV. Thanks for watching.